Welcome to the most incredible marketing show ever. The show where each week a panel of respected marketing strategists, all trained and certified by the legendary Dan Kennedy, share their wisdom, experience, strategies, and insights on how to use Dan Kennedy's philosophy on business and marketing in any type of business, and that you can apply to your business immediately. Here's your host, Craig Valine.
Welcome. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Valine, and welcome to the most incredible marketing show ever. Today,
hi, everybody.
With me, my friend and former, current marketing expert and certified Dan Kennedy, independent business advisor from Glazer Kennedy Inside Circle. Thanks again for being here, Dan.
Sorry about that hiccup. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We are in a unique period of time this month. But first, before I want to say that, this is our 40th episode, Dan.
Wow.
40 episodes. That means there's only 11 or 12 weeks left in the year. So that ties perfectly into our topic today, which is how to make the holidays the most profitable time of the year. And so why don't you talk a little bit about why that's true? Because Christmas is still a ways away and Thanksgiving's still a ways away, but Halloween and what else? Talk about it.
So, yeah, there's a lot of opportunities coming up in the next 3 months. And you don't have to wait for Christmas. In fact, we'll talk about some of these that are really ideal pre-Christmas. But like you mentioned, Halloween's coming up, okay? So that's a great one. And one of the big reasons why you want to be part of that is it's so popular, especially among adults, okay? Other than Christmas, adults spend the most money on Halloween statistically than any other holiday. And if you go around your neighborhoods and see all of the decorations put up, the kids don't put those up, okay? And, in our neighborhood, there's adults walking around with cups in their hands and people sitting out with foods and beverages. And
I was going to say to collect candy or?
No, some adult beverages possibly. So, but here's the thing, Craig, and we'll go over this a little bit, but the mistake a lot of folks make is they think, well, it's a holiday, so I'm going to do okay. And you can't just sit back and expect that, Black Friday, that's called Black Friday for a reason. And most people know, but maybe not everybody. It's at that point of the year because of the sales that people finally businesses finally get in the black. But we can't just sit back and think it's going to happen. And I read a quote here recently. It said, doing business without marketing is like winking at a girl in the dark. You know what you're doing, but nobody else does.
Oh, isn't that funny?
And that's true. A lot of people, why aren't they buying? Why aren't they calling? Why aren't they coming in? Because they don't know about you. So you got to do a good job of marketing. So start planning right now. There's still plenty of time to take advantage of the Halloween holiday coming up, right?
Yeah. Well, that makes a good point. What you just said is there's still time. They say, when should you plant a tree? The answer is 20 years ago. When's the next best thing? Right today. Right now. So we in earlier episodes, when we were doing our big group show, we had discussed the marketing calendar, and ideally the marketing calendar, these things should be thought out in advance. But this is October 2nd right now as we record this, and there's still 29 days left till Halloween, right? And then, as we said, about close to 2 months to Thanksgiving and another close to 3 months for Christmas. But there are other things as well. You mentioned themes in marketing. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we know this, and this is something you and I learned from Dan Kennedy a long time ago. Any event we ever went to Dan's was always themed, right?
Right.
Whether it was a Western or a pirate theme, or hey, they're stealing your money, what have you. And we know consumers respond to that. Okay, and a perfect example is you look, and it won't be long, and the Christmas decorations are going to be out. The stores are going to be decorated. The Christmas music is going to be playing. And there's a reason for that. People respond to that. And if you look at it, most folks today plan their life around the next holiday.
Right.
They really do. Like, okay, so we're going to get together for Thanksgiving. We're going to get together. Okay, I'm going to get an extra day off with Thanksgiving coming up or what have you. And so it allows us to enter that conversation in their mind. And the holidays are kind of a relief, if you will, from all of the angst going on right now with the election coming up, the difficult economy, and what's going on in our world.
Right.
And so they take to that. They enjoy, if you can get them to walk into your store or go to your website or what have you, attend your event, and there's decorations for Halloween or what have you, and get them just even to smile a little bit, you've made some inroads into be able to sell to them.
Yeah, my clients in the dental field, Dr. Brian Berg, who was a legend in with GKIC, he always used to send his campaigns to Dan and to Bill, and he'd be featured in the newsletter. He'd be featured in the Ultimate Marketing Plan. He was featured in Outrageous Advertising, all those books. But he and I created a program on referral marketing, and the referral marketing all tied into unique holidays, normal and unique holidays during the year. And we would deliver gifts to referring offices because he was an orthodontist, so he relied heavily on referrals from general dentists and other specialty doctors. But we would deliver a theme to a theme letter that he would write. It might be about the holiday itself, especially if it was a unique one that the people may never heard of. So, for instance, this month is also Popcorn Month. And so we would deliver a bag of popcorn for the office or a couple bags of popcorn with the office with a letter describing why it was created, why the holiday was created, a story about his childhood when he was young and his dad used to give him popcorn or something to that effect, or how his son loves popcorn. And then it would say, hey, if we can ever be of help to you, please let us know. We're happy to serve you. But that is one way to tie into holidays. So can you talk a little bit more about, we have the obvious holidays coming up, and then we'll get into the main holidays, the obvious ones, but talk about unique holidays that come up that people don't even realize that they can do this, meaning they don't have to wait for Halloween. They don't have to wait for Thanksgiving. They don't have to wait till Christmas.
Exactly. And so one that I see way too many businesses not engage with is Veterans Day. Okay. Veterans Day is coming up, and there's a great opportunity to tie into Veterans Day and show some goodwill. It's great on social media for you to recognize those folks. And with my clients, I make their marketing so they're not just recognizing veterans, but their families. Okay, their families make a huge sacrifice when those folks are gone away at war and are gone for a year at a time, 6 months at a time. So there's a lot of opportunity. And one of the things that I get a lot of my clients to do is give some things away to veterans. Yeah. Okay. And that's a great group. They're very, very loyal. They are very loyal. So if you do something and most of your competitors aren't doing it, and isn't that what we want? Don't we want to stand out from our competitors?
Yeah.
And if you're doing it for those veterans, and I've had clients that have done this, and the veterans come and no one has ever done anything like this for us before. Yeah. And I'm definitely going to tell my friends, my other veterans friends about this. And when they go back and hang out at the VFW or the American Legion or what have you, they're talking about your business. And it's a feel-good thing to be able to do that. And so that's one of them. Another one is, look in your local area. So I'll give you an example. Around here, we have something called Sweetest Day. Are you familiar with Sweetest Day?
No.
Right. So it's a local thing, and it was created by American Greetings years ago. It's Valentine's Day in the fall. Okay. That's all it is. They look to create another holiday to sell some cards, and then the candy makers got on board. And in this area, if you don't do something for Sweetest Day, you're in big trouble. Okay.
Wow.
Just like Valentine's Day. Okay. So, and a lot of areas have this kind of thing. You know, when I work with clients, and I work with clients all over the country, and I would say, hey, here's something for Sweetest Day. And they would go, what Sweetest Day? What is Sweetest Day? And so look at your local areas. A lot of times there are traditions or created holidays
Right.
that you can take advantage of, that you can theme, that you can tie into. And local, like I said, around here, if you're not on board with Sweetest Day, you're in big trouble. And so have something for them for Sweetest Day. And the other thing I want to say is, excuse me, I recently had a client tell me that I'm working with a private consulting client. He goes, "Can you help me with an offer? I'm not a fan of discounts."
Mm.
Well, here's the thing. Discounts depends on your business and what you're trying to do. You can run promotions without necessarily discounting.
Absolutely.
Okay. You can do a lot of things without necessarily giving discounts, or you can move them up to the next level and give a small discount to get them to spend more money with you, or get them to buy the more profitable items that you have available.
Right.
And so find those local holidays. Sometimes they're ethnic holidays that, you know, we have a part of town here, a couple miles away from me, that has a very heavy Jewish community.
Mm.
So people in that area want to leverage the Jewish holidays. We have, and a lot of towns have what they call a small Chinatown, or China area where there's a lot of Chinese that live. Go after those kinds of holidays, depending on where you're at and your prospect, who they are.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's funny that you just said that, because anybody could tie into their own religion, their own affinity, basically the thing that they know best. It could be tied to their college. It could be tied um, to the unique holidays they just mentioned. It could be tied into your faith. It could be tied into your favorite sport. Anything. I was just looking up the website for the people that don't they're not familiar um, with unique holidays and things like that. But there's a website called brownielocks.com that every single month they have holidays for the month, for each day of the month, each week of the month, and the things you would probably never know. Most of them are made up by some entrepreneurial organization or some cause, some affinity. For instance, I work with one uh, dental oncologist. So he's a prosthodontist who specializes in dealing with cancer patients. And so we tie our marketing messages into each month. There's breast cancer awareness month, oral cancer awareness month, lung cancer awareness month, and we tie into those. And we always try to send. For a while, we were sending press releases that about the stories in this book and all that thing. But it was just I found out all those months right on brownielocks.com. And I did that for my own marketing for the longest time as well. So use that resource again, brownielocks.com.
That's a great resource, and I've used it, and I actually forgot about it. So that's a great resource for you to share with everybody. I mean, if they don't take anything else but that away, that's an awesome resource. If they're looking for something unique and different, or unique to their area, great resource.
Before we get into a few other holidays that are coming up and tying into that, what are some of the things that people can do so they can obviously have an offer or make a sale, or do something for their audience, but how can they be more creative about it So one way that I do it, that I tie into the holidays, is I use unique jib jab videos. I don't know if you're familiar with jib jab, but jib jab is they're animated cartoons where you can put your face on it and it moves your mouth and everything. It looks like personalized. And so we do that with my concrete vendor, the manufacturer to the concrete industry. And, I'll put his face on there, his wife's face on there, his son's face on there, and then my face on there, and we'll make it fun. And people love that. It's so memorable. But what are some other ways to utilize that holiday to the best that you can?
This episode of The Most Incredible Marketing Show Ever is sponsored by Dan Cricks, aka the Been There, Done That marketing coach, and Results Marketing. If you're looking for help growing your business and your profits, to get more information and free small business marketing and money-making info, go to www.greatresultsmarketing.com. That's www.greatresultsmarketing.com.
I'll talk about one that I really like, that I think a lot of people don't realize the real opportunity, and that's Thanksgiving. Okay. And that's an opportunity for you to show appreciation for their business over the last year and talk about, hey, our business has grown, and because of you. And I have something that I offer to folks. It's called the Because poster. Okay, and it's a point of sale to put up, and basically it says, because of you, we're in business, because you have needs, we have opportunities, and so on and so forth. And among the top 2 or 3 reasons people say they don't go back to a business that they did business before and they were happy, is they felt taken for granted.
They just don't feel appreciated.
Exactly. And so here's your opportunity to say that. And with my clients, I really encourage them to hit Thanksgiving hard. Here's one big reason why. There's no competition. Okay. Right. Come Christmas, everyone's sending out Christmas cards. They're sending gifts. They're doing this or that. Everybody's doing it. How many people have sent Thanksgiving thank you cards at Thanksgiving time?
Right.
Most of my clients, that's the only one they get. And so it gets full attention. It's the only one there. And you can send out an offer, a promotion in appreciation of, here's what we're doing, or maybe give a small gift away. There's a resource out there. I can't remember, and I meant to write it down. You can get a greeting card that says on the front, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Okay. And so you can send that out at Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, if they're getting 20 or 30 or 40 at Christmas time, yours is lost. Okay. It's just another one they open and set aside. But at Thanksgiving, yours is the only one. And we've done campaigns where we said, hey, here's a gift, and go to a site and buy small, inexpensive gifts to give away for our appreciation. You can do that with your best clients, but there's a lot of appreciation you can do at Thanksgiving when no one else is really doing it.
Yeah, there are a lot of resources. You could get custom cards just about anywhere. Vistaprint, you could do that and just create your card and then mail it out here yourself. But there's automated ones like send out cards where you can upload a picture. One of the funniest ones I think Bill Glazer got us hooked on was the turkey on the front that said "Eat ham," So, but it really stood out. And but the fact is, if you just tie your message into gratitude, and by the way, November is gratitude month, so you could do something all month to let them know that they're appreciated some way, shape, or form, and then land the week before Thanksgiving or the week of Thanksgiving with a card saying, gosh darn, we just love you and we appreciate you.
Exactly right. And like you said, you can use the whole month to say thank you, to show gratitude. Hey, we appreciate, all those clients that may have referred to you. You can reach out to them specifically and directly, and so on and so forth. So yeah, Thanksgiving is, to me, that's the gold mine.
Yeah. And the day after Thanksgiving is Black Friday. So what are some of the craziest offers you've seen with your clients that work that might have failed?
Well, so one of the things I will tell you is the great thing about Black Friday is you can do a really aggressive offer with a short window.
Yeah.
Okay, a very short window, and we talked about this in the past. When you're making offers, you have to have a deadline. Okay, and usually shorter is better. So if you want to get real aggressive with something, depending on your business, buy this higher end product and get this one for free. You can make it a real short window and get some activity, because again, Black Friday, there's a ton of competition out there.
Yeah.
Okay, a ton of competition, and the stores are practically giving things away. You get, TVs for $49 and all those crazy things, and people go and start waiting in line at 3 o'clock in the morning to get these deals. And one of the things I like to do with my clients with Black Friday is point out, a lot of people have shopping fatigue already by then, right? A lot
Right.
of people, you won't find me out on Black Friday doing any shopping. I've never been. And
Yeah.
so, but there's a lot of people like us. So what we like to do is say, hey, no lines, no waiting.
Right.
Uh, you can come in or you can order online and pick it up. We'll have it ready for you. You can stop in. No one will be pushing you, knocking you over, uh, trying to steal the deal out of your hands. And one of the things that we do with that is, hey, come on in, have a cup of coffee, and relax.
Yeah. Nice.
We're the anti Black Friday, but during the Black Friday, here's our deal.
Right.
Okay, here's our offer, and you can get as aggressive as you want. Some folks, you see now that the big companies are expanding Black Friday for the whole week.
Yep.
Okay, so you can do it however you want. If you want to be real aggressive and do it for one day or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, however you want to do it. And if you want to come and it's going well and you want to expand it, you could always extend the deadline. We can't give you that deal, but here's a deal if you missed out. Here's a second chance at this. Okay.
Right.
So maybe instead of buy this and get one, now if you buy this, you get the second one at half off.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is get a little creative
Yeah.
and use it to your advantage. But the big thing I like to do is we're anti Black Friday craziness. Okay. And we show pictures of all this stuff, and it just makes people's gut get kind of up in knots.
Right. One of the mistakes that I see is not making the offer irresistible enough for Black Friday deals. That's the whole thing. The whole thing is to get them to say this is a no brainer. I want to do it. Like getting the TV for $49 when it's $200 or $100 or whatever, but not making the deal irresistible. The second thing that I see is not following up for people who started the process. So for online sales, especially people who started to fill out the cart or were at the cart and abandoned it. It's like, why did they abandon it? So having a follow-up system that they can have where that gets detected, there's a mechanism for them to detect that and to follow up with them at least 24 hours later, the very latest. To say, hey, we noticed that you did this. How can we sweeten the pot? How can we make this more attractive to you or something to that effect? But yeah, follow up and stuff like that. But what I love about that, also about the holiday is the people who say, get on the list because we're going to reveal an offer that you won't want to miss. And so get on the list now. So they've just bought into another, they opt into a list that reveals that they are interested, right? It's like, hey, I'm interested. How great is that? So
Yeah, and that's awesome. And we use that in the past as a way to collect emails and or text messages.
yeah.
Hey, we're going to put offers out that they're so good we can't give them to everybody. So we're only going to make them available to the people on our list.
Right.
Okay. And that makes it a lot easier. A lot of people say, oh, I can't get emails, or they don't want to get text. Well, guess what? If they're going to get a deal that is just unbelievable, they're going to give it to you.
If they want it, they'll give it to you. For sure.
And you make a great point, and I don't want that to go by the boards. If you're going to participate in Black Friday, you better have a good offer, because the competition is real. Okay. And if you just want to go out there and give some vanilla offer, you're wasting your time and your money.
Amen to that. Amen to that. So we the end of the year follows that, and that's the Christmas holiday season, right? So what are some promotions or thoughts on that holiday?
So
including, forgive me for saying this, but including the Jewish holidays and the African American holidays and everything leading up to that.
Right. So again, depending on who your prospect is,
right,
and what your area is about. Okay, you're not going to sit out there and promote Sweetest Day, right? Okay, so whatever works and fits for you and or your prospect. Okay, so if you're offering all Christian type of things, you don't want to go for Jewish promotions. So you have to do. But one place that I see that a lot of businesses miss the boat, and there's some businesses think they can't do it, is gift cards or gift certificates at that time. Okay, I introduced that to some businesses. So years ago, and think about this, auto repair shops never sold gift certificates or gift cards. And they're like, what? What are you talking about? Well, Dan taught us a long time ago, teach them how to spend money with you, right? Show them how to spend money with you. So we put a campaign together and told them, hey, here's a great gift idea. And we even had them buy some product. Here's something they'll need. So if you have that dad, grandparent, or whatever who's really hard to buy for, who has everything, we have the gift for them.
Right.
Okay. And so we put that all together and told them about buying them as gifts. It's an easy shop. And so we had a client one year that bought gift certificates for his 2 daughters. So he was a single dad, had adult daughters. Single dads buying for adult daughters can be difficult. Okay. But he knew that they liked our shop. So he went and bought them gift certificates, both of them, to our shop. Now, we did a promotion with those because we know that there's a certain percentage, 15 to 20% of gift cards and gift certificates do not get redeemed. Right? So we ran a promotion, and a lot of folks don't think about promotions. If you buy $100 in gift certificates, we'll give you another $120 gift certificate for free.
Wow.
Now, look at the numbers. $20 is 20%. We know, so we're not really giving anything away because 20% aren't going to get redeemed anyway.
Right.
But the other thing that we did was we gave them a separate gift card certificate, not buy 100 and get 120, buy 100 and get a $20 gift certificate separate. And we told them what they could do with that. You could give that to the paper boy, to the mailman, to the clerk at the grocery store, or use it for yourself.
Right.
And so for the example of the father who bought for the daughters, he kept the $20, two $20 gift cards. We got him as a new client.
Nice.
So look at ways where you might be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. So we're running out of time here. One thing that I want to say is have fun with it. And so one of the question I was asking before was leading to write like Santa Claus, write like Dracula, write like a turkey, some of the most fun things we can do. And that's, not from Dan necessarily, although Dan's done a few things, but Bill Glazer used to have outrageous advertising, well, he still does. But some of the best campaigns you could ever find about tying into the holidays are in those books. And so my favorite letter was coming from Santa Claus. I wrote, hey, I'm just getting ready to be Santa Claus for my son and his friends at a Cub Scout event. And so I got to get in the mode. So forgive me if I give you a little ho, 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 and, stuff like that. But you can do that in your videos. You can do that in your sales letters, do that on your website, carry the theme all the way through, and just have fun. It doesn't matter if you're marketing to lawyers, to old people, to whoever, the most serious people in the world. Everybody needs a little laugh.
Exactly. And if I could just say one more thing before we go, Craig, that's such a great point. And the other thing to really make that happen and make it fun, get your staff involved. Yes. Let them have some fun with it. I used to tell my girl up front, I said, could you decorate for Halloween up here? Oh, really? I love Halloween. And she was all over it. And she did a way better job than I would have ever done. And then guess what? She bought into it. She promoted. And she made it fun for our clients. So get everybody on board. Let them have fun too.
Yeah. So we have to wrap up now. But do you think we should do another one of these tied into all the holidays coming up, meaning the one coming up for the holiday, or a review of the best things that we've done? So, we still have Halloween, which is less than a month away. We have Thanksgiving, and we have Christmas, but we have all these little things. It'd be nice to collect some ideas and show what we found along the way, and maybe from things that we actually get in the mail or get in email, but also things that we have from our archives, and just share what, maybe last minute ideas on how to get on board with these holidays. Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Some examples for folks, because a lot of people have a struggle with. A lot of people say, I'm not very creative, and so if we could give them some examples, like you said, what we've used in the past. I can dig up some things, and I know you can.
Yeah. Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll do that for Halloween. We'll just share some Halloween examples, because they'll still have 2 weeks to get ready if they're still stuck. And I hate for people to get stuck and miss out on that opportunity. Which you said, Halloween is the best and most favorite holiday among adults in the United States, and they spend money. They spend money, so why not give them a reason, any reason to buy at this time. All right, Dan. So if people had questions after watching this and they loved what you had to say, which I know they will, how would they reach you?
Well, the best way to reach me is email my assistant or call my office. They can call my office at 440-783-1651. If they want to go take a look a little bit of what we've done, greatresultsmarketing.com, greatresultsmarketing.com. And the email is info@greatresultsmarketing.com. And please, if you email or if you call, mention that you saw me with Craig Valine on the YouTube Live, and that will bring you to the top of the heap, if you will, among all the other messages that we get.
We love people who listen and take action.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. And also for you who are watching this either live or later in the day or whenever you get to see it, we have a free gift pack for fans of the show from all our previous guests on the show, including Dan and myself. You can get that free gift pack at mostincrediblemarketingshowever.com. That's mostincrediblemarketingshowever.com. And we record this live on YouTube every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. If you're listening to this afterwards, you can go to youtube.com/@mostincrediblemarketingshow. And of course, we're on every major podcast network on Thursdays. So thanks again, Dan, for being here. We'll see you again. Of course, you're one of my favorites to have on the show, and also you're a fan favorite. So thanks again for being here.
Hey, thank you. So long, everybody.
All right. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us this week on The Most Incredible Marketing Show Ever. New episodes are available every week on Thursdays. To receive a free gift pack from our expert panelists and get access to show notes from previous episodes, be sure to visit our website, www.mostincrediblemarketingshowever.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell up in the right-hand corner to be notified of future episodes so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate you clicking the like button and leaving a comment on what big aha you got during the show. That's it for today's episode. See you next week.